Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about something that can truly change your life, the power of ignoring distractions and focusing solely on yourself. In a world filled with noise, opinions, and expectations, we often get caught up in what others think, say, or do. But the truth is, your greatest success comes when you stop paying attention to the unnecessary and start investing in yourself. Think about it. How many times have you held back because you were afraid of judgment? How often do you compare yourself to others instead of working on your own progress? These habits drain your energy and delay your growth. The moment you learn to just ignore the distractions and focus on yourself, everything changes. One of the biggest traps people fall into is constantly seeking validation from others. Whether it's through social media, friendships, or even family, many of us crave approval to feel worthy or successful. But the truth is, when you rely on external validation, you give away your power. You allow others to dictate how you feel about yourself, your choices, and your journey. Think about how often people post on social media just to get likes and comments. If they receive a lot of engagement, they feel happy. If they don't, they start questioning their worth. This is a dangerous cycle because it places your self-esteem in the hands of others. The problem is, no matter how much validation you receive today, you'll always crave more tomorrow. It becomes a never-ending chase for approval that leaves you emotionally exhausted. Instead of waiting for others to approve of you, start approving of yourself. Learn to trust your own decisions. Be confident in your own path. Your dreams and goals are yours alone, and you don't need permission to pursue them. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. Some people may doubt you, criticize you, or even laugh at you, but their opinions should never hold more weight than your own belief in yourself. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for others to approve of them. They took action despite criticism. They believed in their abilities even when no one else did. They understood that external validation is temporary, but self-confidence lasts a lifetime. When you stop seeking validation, you also free yourself from unnecessary stress. You stop overthinking every decision. You stop worrying about how others perceive you. Instead, you become more focused, more productive, and ultimately more fulfilled. You start living life on your own terms rather than adjusting yourself to fit someone else's expectations. This shift in mindset isn't easy, but it's necessary. It requires self-awareness and discipline. It requires you to remind yourself every day that your worth isn't determined by outside approval. You must practice self-love and self-acceptance. You must be willing to stand alone in your decisions and trust that you are enough, just as you are. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth and happiness is the habit of comparing yourself to others. In today's world, where social media constantly showcases people's achievements, lifestyles, and success stories, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. You see someone your age buying a luxury car, traveling the world, or landing a dream job, and suddenly you feel like you're not doing enough. But the reality is, comparison is the thief of joy. It takes away your peace and makes you feel inadequate, even when you're making progress in your own way. The problem with comparisons is that they are never fair. When you compare yourself to someone else, you are only seeing a fraction of their life. Social media, for example, is a highlight reel. People post their best moments, not their struggles. You don't see their failures, their hardships, or the sacrifices they made to get where they are. yet you judge your entire journey based on their best moments. This is a recipe for self-doubt and frustration. Your life is unique. Your experiences, struggles, and progress are different from anyone else's. No two people have the same starting point, resources, or opportunities. Some people may reach success faster than you, but that doesn't mean you're failing. Life isn't a race. It's a personal journey. Instead of focusing on where others are, focus on where you're going. Progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. Another danger of constant comparison is that it shifts your focus away from your own goals. Instead of working on improving yourself, you waste time worrying about someone else's success. This can lead to feelings of jealousy, resentment, and discouragement. You start doubting your own abilities and questioning whether you're even capable of achieving what you want. But the truth is, the only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. The best way to break free from the comparison trap is to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing others' success as a threat, see it as proof that success is possible. Let it inspire you rather than discourage you. Celebrate other people's wins while focusing on creating your own. Your only competition should be yourself. Set your own goals, define your own success, and measure your growth based on your own progress. When you stop looking sideways and start looking forward, you'll realize that your journey is just as valuable as anyone else's. Negativity is one of the biggest obstacles to personal growth and success. Whether it comes from toxic people, self-doubt, or negative environments, allowing negativity into your life can drain your energy, lower your confidence, and keep you from reaching your full potential. If you truly want to focus on yourself and build a better future, you must learn to cut out negativity completely and unapologetically. One of the most dangerous sources of negativity is the people around you. There are people who constantly complain, gossip, and criticize others. They focus on problems instead of solutions, and they never seem happy no matter what happens. These people can be friends, family members, co-workers, or even social media influencers. If you spend too much time around them, their negativity will start to affect you. You might not even realize it at first, but over time you'll feel more stressed, discouraged, and uninspired. Think about it. Have you ever shared an idea or a dream with someone only for them to respond with doubt or discouragement? Have you ever felt excited about something only for a negative person to bring up all the reasons why it won't work? These interactions chip away at your confidence and make you second-guess yourself. That's why it's so important to distance yourself from people who constantly bring negativity into your life. Surround yourself with those who support and uplift you instead. Another major source of negativity is your own thoughts. Sometimes the biggest enemy is not the outside world, but the voice inside your head. Self-doubt, fear of failure, and negative self-talk can hold you back more than anything else. You might tell yourself that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable of achieving your goals. These thoughts create a mindset of failure before you even try. That's why you must train your mind to reject negativity and replace it with positive, empowering beliefs. One way to do this is by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. If you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and reframe instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I am learning and improving every day. Instead of thinking, I will probably fail, remind yourself, failure is just a stepping stone to success. When you change your thoughts, you change your reality. Negativity also comes from the environment you expose yourself to. If you are constantly consuming bad news, toxic social media content, or unhealthy entertainment, It affects your mindset. The more negativity you consume, the more negativity you feel. That's why it's important to be mindful of what you allow into your life. Limit your exposure to negative content. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself and seek out positive, inspiring content instead. Cutting out negativity is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing where to focus your energy. You can acknowledge problems without letting them consume you. You can recognize challenges without allowing them to control your emotions. The goal is to protect your peace and create an environment where you can grow, improve, and succeed. When you cut out negativity, you make space for positivity, creativity, and motivation. You become more focused, more confident, and more in control of your own life. One of the most powerful ways to transform your life is by making self-improvement your top priority. In a world where people are constantly distracted by external validation, social expectations, and meaningless comparisons, those who focus on personal growth set themselves apart. Investing in yourself, your knowledge, skills, mindset, and well-being is the best decision you can ever make. Self-improvement is not just about learning new things. It's about becoming the best version of yourself in every aspect of life. It means actively working on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It means setting goals, building good habits, and constantly evolving. When you prioritize self-improvement, you take control of your destiny instead of waiting for life to shape you. One of the first steps to self-improvement is continuous learning. Knowledge is power, and the more you learn, the more opportunities you create for yourself. This doesn't just mean formal education. It includes reading books, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, and learning from mentors. The most successful people in the world never stop learning because they know that growth is a lifelong journey. Another key aspect of self-improvement is developing self-discipline. It's easy to get distracted by entertainment, social media, or temporary pleasures. But real success comes from staying committed to your personal goals. Self-discipline means making sacrifices today for a better tomorrow. It means waking up early to work on your dreams, saying no to distractions, and pushing yourself even when you don't feel like it. Without discipline, talent and intelligence are wasted. Building strong habits is another crucial part of self-improvement. Your daily habits determine your future. If you develop good habits such as exercising, reading, practicing gratitude, and setting daily goals, you will naturally grow into a better version of yourself. On the other hand, if you allow negative habits like procrastination, laziness, and self-doubt to take over, you will stay stuck in the same place. Success is not about one big action. It's about the small habits you practice every day. Self-improvement also involves working on your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly think negatively, doubt yourself, or fear failure, you will limit your own potential. On the other hand, if you develop a growth mindset, one that embraces challenges, learns from mistakes, and stays optimistic, you will overcome obstacles and achieve more than you ever thought possible. It's also important to focus on emotional intelligence. Many people fail in life not because they lack skills, but because they lack control over their emotions. Learning to manage stress, handle criticism, and maintain inner peace is a crucial part of self-improvement. When you develop emotional intelligence, you become more resilient and better equipped to handle challenges. Lastly, self-improvement requires patience and consistency. You won't see results overnight, and that's okay. The key is to stay committed, keep learning, and trust the process. Progress may be slow, but every small step you take brings you closer to becoming the person you want to be. When you prioritize self-improvement, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop seeking validation from others because you become confident in your own growth. You stop comparing yourself to others because you are focused on becoming better than you were yesterday. Self-improvement is the ultimate investment. Because when you grow, everything in your life improves along with you. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is the ability to mind your own business. In today's world, where social media gives us access to everyone's lives, it's easy to get caught up in other people's drama, opinions, and choices. But the truth is, focusing too much on what others are doing distracts you from your own path. The more time you spend worrying about other people, the less time you have to work on yourself. Minding your own business doesn't mean being indifferent or unkind. It means protecting your mental space, focusing on your goals, and refusing to waste energy on things that don't contribute to your growth. Many people fail to achieve their dreams because they are too occupied with gossip, unnecessary conflicts, and other people's problems. They spend hours talking about what others should or shouldn't do instead of taking action in their own lives. But success and self-growth require you to shift your focus inward, not outward. One major way to mind your own business is avoiding gossip and unnecessary drama, talking about other people's mistakes, judging their decisions, or involving yourself in conflicts that don't concern you is a complete waste of time. Not only does it drain your energy, but it also creates negativity in your life. Successful and focused individuals don't waste time discussing others. They spend their time learning, growing, and building. If a conversation doesn't add value to your life, it's best to walk away. Another important aspect is stopping the habit of comparing yourself to others. Often people become obsessed with watching others, checking what they are doing, and feeling either superior or inferior based on someone else's progress. But comparing your journey to someone else's is pointless because no two people start from the same place. You have your own timeline, strengths, and path. The more time you spend observing others, the less time you have to improve yourself. Your energy should go toward building your future, not monitoring someone else's. Minding your own business also means not letting other people's opinions control your decisions. Many people hold back from chasing their dreams because they fear judgment. They worry about what their friends, family, or even strangers might say. But the reality is, no matter what you do, people will always have opinions. If you live your life trying to please everyone, you will never be truly happy. Your life is yours to live. Don't let the fear of judgment stop you from doing what's best for you. Another important part of this mindset is focusing on solutions instead of problems. Some people spend all their time complaining about what's wrong instead of finding ways to improve their situation. They blame others, dwell on negativity, and expect the world to change for them. But when you mind your own business, you take full responsibility for your life. You stop making excuses and start working towards solutions. You realize that your success, happiness, and growth depend entirely on your actions, not on what others do. Additionally, minding your own business means setting boundaries. Some people will try to involve you in their problems, manipulate your time, or drag you into negativity. Learning to say no is a crucial skill. You don't have to be available for everyone's issues, and you don't have to fix problems that aren't yours. Prioritize your peace and energy by setting clear boundaries and focusing on what truly matters. One of the greatest benefits of minding your own business is inner peace. When you stop interfering in unnecessary situations, stop worrying about others' opinions, and stop wasting energy on things that don't matter, you feel lighter, happier, and more in control of your life. Your mind becomes clearer, your focus sharpens, and your confidence grows. At the end of the day, the best thing you can do for yourself is to channel all your time and energy into your own personal growth. The less you care about what others are doing, the more progress you make in your own life. One of the most important lessons in life is learning to trust the process. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, many people expect immediate results. They want success overnight, transformation in a week, and achievements without struggle. But real growth, real success, and real change take time. Everything worth having requires patience, consistency, and faith in the journey. When you set a goal, whether it's improving your health, building a career, or working on personal development, it's easy to feel motivated at first. But as time passes and challenges arise, doubt starts creeping in. You might feel like your efforts aren't paying off fast enough, like you're stuck, or like you're failing. This is when most people give up. But those who succeed are the ones who push through, even when they don't see immediate results. The process is not meant to be easy or predictable. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of frustration. But every challenge you face is teaching you something valuable. Every failure is redirecting you towards something better. Every delay is preparing you for a greater outcome. The universe, life, or whatever you believe in has a way of aligning things at the right time, but only if you stay committed. Giving up too soon means you never get to see what's waiting for you on the other side of your struggle. One of the key aspects of trusting the process is understanding that growth happens in phases. Just like a seed doesn't turn into a tree overnight, your journey will have stages. There will be a planting stage where you put in the work without seeing any immediate results. There will be a struggling stage where things feel difficult and you're tempted to quit. But then there will be a breakthrough stage where all your hard work finally pays off. The people who succeed are the ones who don't abandon the process during the hard phases. Another crucial part of trusting the process is letting go of control. Many times we stress ourselves out by trying to control every detail of our journey. We want things to happen in a certain way at a certain time, and when they don't, we feel like we're failing. But life doesn't work that way. Sometimes things don't happen the way you expect because something better is coming. Sometimes setbacks are actually redirections. Instead of resisting, learn to flow with the journey and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. It's also important to stop comparing your timeline to others. Some people achieve success quickly, while others take years to get there. Some people find their passion early, while others take time to discover it. If you keep measuring your progress against someone else's, you'll always feel like you're behind. But the truth is, your journey is unique and everything is happening at the right pace for you. Focus on your own path, trust your own timing, and remember that slow progress is still progress. Another major part of trusting the process is embracing failure as part of success. Many people think failure means they're not good enough or that they should quit. But failure is actually proof that you're trying, learning, and growing. The most successful people in the world have failed countless times before they succeeded. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a step toward it. Instead of being discouraged by failure, use it as fuel to improve and keep going. Lastly, trusting the process requires patience and self-belief. There will be moments when you feel stuck, when nothing seems to be working, and when doubt clouds your mind. But during these times, remind yourself why you started in the first place. Remind yourself that every great achievement requires time, effort, and faith. Keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Because the ones who trust the process are the ones who eventually see the rewards. One of the most crucial aspects of personal growth and success is the ability to stay focused on your goals. In a world full of distractions, temptations, and endless opinions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Many people start with big dreams, but along the way, they get sidetracked by unimportant things, negative influences, procrastination. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It's the ability to stay focused despite distractions. When you set a goal, you are filled with motivation at first. You have a clear vision of what you want to achieve and you feel unstoppable. But as time passes, challenges arise. You might face setbacks, self-doubt, or external negativity. This is when many people start to lose focus. They begin questioning whether their goal is even possible. They get distracted by what others are doing or feel discouraged by slow progress. But the reality is, achieving anything great requires long-term focus, discipline, and perseverance. One of the biggest enemies of focus is distractions. In today's digital world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, unnecessary drama, entertainment, and even people who don't contribute to your growth. If you're constantly checking notifications, watching pointless content, or engaging in meaningless conversations, you are wasting time that could be spent working toward your goals. Successful people don't let distractions control them. They set boundaries, limit their exposure to time-wasting activities, and prioritize what truly matters. If something doesn't help you grow, it's a distraction that needs to be minimized. Another major obstacle to focus is lack of clarity. Many people struggle to stay focused because they don't have a clear vision of what they want. They set vague goals like, I want to be successful, or I want to improve, but they don't define what success looks like for them. Without clarity, it's easy to drift through life without direction. The key is to set specific, measurable goals and break them down into actionable steps. When you know exactly what you want and how to get there, it's much easier to stay focused. Self-discipline is another crucial element of staying focused on your goals. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when motivation is low, or when obstacles seem overwhelming. This is when discipline separates those who succeed from those who don't. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means waking up early to work on your dreams, choosing productivity over distractions, and pushing yourself when things get tough. The more disciplined you are, the more consistent your progress will be. Another important part of maintaining focus is avoiding unnecessary comparisons. Many people lose motivation because they spend too much time watching others. They see someone else achieving success faster and start feeling like they are behind. But comparing yourself to others only slows you down. Your journey is unique, and your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Instead of focusing on others, channel all your energy into improving yourself. It's also important to surround yourself with the right people. The people you spend time with influence your mindset and focus. If you're around negative, lazy, or unmotivated individuals, their energy will affect you. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, goal-oriented people, their mindset will push you to stay focused. Choose your environment wisely because it plays a huge role in your ability to stay committed to your goals. Patience and consistency are also essential. Many people quit too soon because they don't see instant results. But success is a long-term game. Some of the most successful people in the world took years to achieve their dreams. They stayed committed even when progress was slow, setbacks occurred, or things didn't go as planned. The key is to trust the process and keep moving forward no matter how small the progress. Every step you take brings you closer to your goal, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. At the end of the day, your success depends on your ability to block out distractions, stay disciplined, and remain committed to your vision. The more focused you are, the faster you will reach your goals. One of the most powerful forces in achieving success and personal growth is self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. The way you see yourself, the way you talk to yourself, and the confidence you have in your own abilities determine how far you will go in life. Everything starts in the mind. If you doubt yourself, you limit your own potential. But if you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. Many people struggle with self-doubt because of past failures, negative experiences, or the opinions of others. They allow these external factors to define what they are capable of. And as a result, they hold themselves back. But here's the truth. Failure doesn't define you. Mistakes don't mean you aren't good enough. And other people's opinions don't determine your destiny. The only thing that truly matters is what you believe about yourself. If you believe you can achieve something, you will find a way to make it happen. If you believe you are worthy of success, you will take action toward it. One of the biggest obstacles to self-belief is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Many people never even start working toward their dreams because they are too afraid of what might go wrong. But fear is just an illusion. It only has power if you let it control you. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never feel fear. They are the ones who take action despite it. They understand that fear is a part of growth, and instead of running from it, they use it as fuel to push forward. Another key aspect of believing in yourself is changing your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or I don't deserve this, your actions will reflect those beliefs. But if you start telling yourself, I'm capable, I am worthy, and I can do this, you will begin to take actions that align with that mindset. Confidence is built through repetition. When you consistently feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, you start to believe them. Taking action is another crucial part of building self-belief. Many people wait until they feel confident before they start pursuing their goals. But that's not how confidence works. Confidence is built through action. The more you do something, the better you become at it, and the more you start believing in yourself. You don't need to have all the answers or be perfect before you start. Just take the first step. Each step you take, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you are capable. It's also important to stop seeking validation from others. Many people base their self-worth on what others think of them. They seek approval, constantly worry about judgment, and let negative opinions affect their confidence. But the truth is, no matter what you do, not everyone will support you. Some people will doubt you, criticize you, or even try to bring you down. But that doesn't mean you aren't capable. Your belief in yourself should not depend on external validation. It should come from within. Another key to self-belief is surrounding yourself with the right people. The people you associate with influence your mindset. If you're around negative, doubtful individuals, their energy will affect you. But if you surround yourself with supportive, ambitious people who uplift and encourage you, their mindset will help strengthen your self-belief. Choose to be around those who inspire confidence, not those who plant doubt. Finally, celebrate your progress. Many people focus so much on what they haven't achieved yet that they forget to acknowledge how far they've come. Every small win, every challenge overcome, and every step forward is proof that you are capable. Recognizing your own growth reinforces self-belief and gives you the motivation to keep going. At the end of the day, your life is yours to live. The more you ignore distractions, unnecessary opinions, and negativity, the more you can focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Success, happiness, and growth are all within your reach, but only if you commit to focusing on your own journey instead of getting lost in what others are doing. Remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation for prioritizing yourself. You don't have to seek approval or wait for validation. Trust your process, stay disciplined, and believe in yourself even when no one else does. The world will always have distractions, critics, and challenges, but your power lies in your ability to stay focused, consistent, and determined. So keep pushing forward. Keep working on yourself. Keep ignoring anything that doesn't serve your growth, because when you focus on yourself, success becomes inevitable.